This is why you're addicted. I don't know what's addictive about eggs, but according to this, they've been proven to be addictive. I highly doubt this is talking about raw eggs, but denatured eggs. Eggs that have been denatured through fire and seasonings. Raw eggs are not addictive. Nobody's addicted to eating raw eggs. Nuts are addictive because of the fats. It's actually the fat which is addictive. But there's also other addictive properties about nuts too, such as the crunch. And I'm talking about raw nuts. I'm not talking about roasted or salted, but roasted and salted only makes nuts even more addictive. Nuts are fruits, by the way. Now, muffins can be addictive for a number of reasons, depending on what they're made from. But a couple reasons all muffins are addictive is because of the combination of sugars and fats. Now, this one really tripped me out. But what makes the flesh of dead animals so addictive is the blood. The blood contains albumin, hemoglobin, and gamma globulin. These are chemicals that activate the body's opioid receptors just like heroin. Now, no doubt the reason gummies are so addictive is because of the sugar. Gummies are loaded with sugar, and sugar has the same effect on our brains as drugs such as nicotine and cocaine. In fact, there are studies that even prove that sugar is up to 8 times more addictive than cocaine. One of the reasons cereals can be so addictive is because they contain a protein called gliadin. And gliadin affects the body in the same way as opiates. What makes buttered popcorn so addictive? The high fat content. Fats are addictive in any form, even in fruits such as nuts and avocados. This is why that specifically says buttered popcorn and not regular popcorn, because regular popcorn is not addictive. It's not until you add that high fat butter that it becomes addictive. So it's not the popcorn that's addictive, it's the butter. And don't add salt on top of that, because then your ass is really in trouble. That's doubly addictive. Rolls, just bread in general, wheat specifically, contains gliadin. We talked about that already. Gliadin is a protein that has the same effect on the body as opiates. The reason why fried products are so addictive, such as fried chicken, it's not because of the actual chicken at all, but it's because of the high salt content that makes it so addictive, because that salt has the same effect on your brain as drugs such as nicotine and other hard drugs. Why is bacon so addictive? Because of that high fat, high salt combination. Cheese is so addictive because it contains another highly addictive protein called caseins. Caseins contain a substance called casomorphins, and casomorphins affects the brain just like opiates. In fact, cheese has been compared to heroin. No question about it. The reason why cake is so addictive is because of its high sugar, high fat content. Soda is so addictive not only because of the high sugar content, but also the high caffeine content. That combination of sugar and caffeine makes soda twice as addictive. So based on what we've talked about thus far, is it any wonder why cheeseburgers are so fucking addictive? You got the casein in the cheese, which contains the casomorphins, which has been compared to fucking heroin. You have salt, which has the same effect on the brain as hard drugs and nicotine. In many cases, you have wheat, which contains the highly addictive protein gliadin, which has the same effect on the body as opiates. And then you have fats, which are also highly addictive. You also have starches in the bread, which is just another type of sugar. You have all these addictive substances combined into one product. I'm surprised cheeseburgers don't rank higher on this list than number 7. Now you have French fries, another fried product We talked a little bit about what made fried chicken so addictive, and that being the salt content, but let's go a little deeper because you also have the element of fat from the oils that these things are fried in. And so that salt and fat combination elevates levels of the hormone oxytocin, sometimes referred to as the love hormone. And this reduces stress and eases anxiety, which makes you feel better. Ice cream is so addictive because it causes the body to release dopamine, the pleasure hormone, just like hard drugs do, such as heroin and meth and cocaine. According to one study, cookies were found to be more addictive than crack cocaine. That's because of that high sugar, high fat combination. That shit is crazy. I be telling y'all, y'all not eating food, y'all are eating drugs. It's drugs disguised as food. That's all it is. And here you have chips, and here you see again that highly addictive combination of salt and fat. The term chocoholic exists for a reason. Now, chocolate in its natural state is a fruit, and it is not addictive. It tastes horrible. Of course, that's not what we're dealing with here, though. Chocolate doesn't normally contain sugar, and it contains a very, very small amount of tryptophan. But this chocolate has been highly processed and loaded with sugar, and that's what makes it so addictive. This combination of sugar and tryptophan triggers serotonin, resulting in a happy, elevated mood. And number one on the list, the most addictive product in the world is pizza. I mean, just think about it. You got the bread, which is full of starch or sugars. Then you have a shitload of cheese, which has been compared to heroin. Then you have a shitload of salt, which has the same effect on the body and the brain as nicotine and hard drugs. Then you have the fats, which are highly addictive. So it's like all of the most addictive substances known to man that humankind eats is all included on pizza.